Hey you guys. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. I feel like it's been so long since we filmed, which I cannot wait to catch up with you guys. So just get a drink and a snack. We're just gonna do it all. I have so many favorites to share with you and some things that I held off on doing my makeup today because I thought, like I want to actually demonstrate some of these things and talk about my skin a little bit with you guys because I started something that I have talked about maybe treating for a long time with my melasma, and I'm finally doing something about it. And I may have kind of put my finger on what the issue was there. So like why it's been so bad this last year. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. I've got some updates with some clothing, just favorites, okay? I was like, sit down and do favorites, and then it's just gonna turn into what it turns into, y'all. So okay, and before we continue, I look a little different because I'm filming this at the very end because I've already done my makeup, but I did want to mention this at the top-ish of the video. So I'm going to be doing a Q&A video hopefully this next week. Now, if you're on the podcast, you know we cover it all. We get very deep. We talk about things that you've never heard, never know about us, things that are very juicy, okay? Not juicy, but just real life. And I feel like, you know, here I keep it to do it what I've always done. But we're not doing those Q&As with me and Brad all the time because you're just getting that every week on the podcast. You're getting like it all. But I want to do a Q&A for you guys about just anything that you're curious about, anything that you want me to answer or talk about or talk a little deeper on. Ask those questions in this video in the comment section. Send me all of your questions because I really want to hear from you guys that actually watch the videos. My voice is going at the end of this video. Just ask me questions. I'm going to be doing a really good, long, big Q&A next because I think we're very overdue for that here. Don't you think so? Ask me the questions below. Let's continue. First of all, this is one of those times when, I need to put something on my lips. I need to just do this makeup first so I can get all done. One of these times where I feel like it's been an eternity since I've sat down to film a video because honestly, the last one I did was when I was in Beverly Hills a couple weeks ago, which wasn't even that long. Like I filmed it on the trip and then of course posted it when we got back, but like it wasn't that long ago. It was just a couple weeks ago. But then I came home from that. We went on our trip to the beach. We were so sick. I feel like anytime like you're very sick or something happens like that or something goes through like your whole family, I don't know, or you experience something like that, time seems like so much longer than it's been. It's just been insane. So I think back and I'm like, well, it's only been like a week and a half since I posted a video here from what I'm filming right now. But it also feels like it's been 2 months. So I don't know. It's just crazy. So anyways, and my allergies are out of control. I'm definitely going to regret not putting makeup on for this part of the video. I do have on foundation and stuff, but we'll get to that. You guys, so much to talk about. So today I just took a shower really early this morning, let my hair air dry, and I use, of course, my Colleen Rothschild hair products. The leave-in, the Perfecting Styling Cream is amazing. If you've tried the shampoo and conditioner, but you've never tried the styling cream, you must. And they are doing their friends and family sale right now at Colleen Rothschild. So that's gonna only run through a couple more days. I know through the weekend. I believe it ends on the 15th. So definitely check that out. I will put the code below, 25% off site-wide. Pick up the cleansing balm, the eye cream, the facial oil, every single thing on that site. Oh, the body care products, the body butters. I really want to get like some more of the like the body wash and all that stuff soon. So I'm gonna put my hair back so we can talk about all of this stuff. I want to also talk a little bit about like bags. Again, y'all know I don't like make you watch 10 videos a week that are so like micro, you know, categorized down into these silly things. Not everybody's gonna watch. I just put everything into one and just get a drink and a snack and let's chill. I have some new probiotics that I'm taking too that I think that you guys are gonna like, and you can get them on Amazon because whatever. Let's just get into it, okay? I've also gotten a lot of tan questions lately. Yes, I have gotten some sun lately. Gosh, this is the worst thing to wear to show, but you know, I mean, you've seen in photos, so, and I'm not like super tan, I'm just showing you just so you can get an idea. But I want to share with you guys, because I always get the questions like, spray tan, self tan, what are you doing? And I do have my self tanners and everything I've been using on, what is this saying, on my body lately, which makes a big difference. So we'll get to that too. But I want to talk about like my face and my skin first. Okay, so again, bear with me with my allergies today, you guys. So yeah, we went on the trip. So much fun. So much happened on the trip. So much has happened this past week. I don't share a lot of super personal things here with like health things or medical procedures, certainly if it's like a, you know, we talked about like cosmetic things. But we really talked about a lot of stuff on the podcast this week that's been going on and broke down the trip. If you guys are not a member of the podcast, again, like I said, it's behind a paywall for a reason. You can do it if you want. Like I said, we've never sold a product here, but it's exclusive. It's something that contains stuff that we would not talk about here, that I've never talked about here. And I feel like we're just a little more private there. We're very open there, but it's because it's a more private group. And we've been breaking down so many things, pop culture, like anything that you could think of, documentary, like true crime things, real opinions on things. We're not afraid to like give our opinions about things. We talk about issues, relationship issues. We break down things that are very personal in our lives, you know, relationships and things like that. But we really broke down this trip to the beach, and it just was so much fun. It like, I don't know how to describe it. It just kind of was like, it just kind of rolled into so many different things. I don't know, but it was so much fun. And when we got back, I was like, I'm starting my treatment for my melasma. Because again, I think I always think like, okay, well, I'm not going to do this now because I'm going to be in the sun a lot next week, or I just want to not start something right before or not even in the sun, but do you know what I mean? I am not someone that's afraid of the sun by any means. Like I don't go cook myself, but I like a real tan. Like I don't want to get spray tan to the heavens just to look like my skin is a little darker. I'll go all year and be totally pale. That's fine. I think it's not bad. Either isn't bad, but I'm not so desperate to get a tan that I go to all these links to, you know what I'm saying? If it just doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But having the pool, going on the trips that we've gone on, things like I have naturally had more of a tan already this year. And I think when that already happens, when I just start to get the first like little taste of it, and I know people are going to say like, oh, okay, you know, it's bad for you, whatever. Make your own decisions, do what you want. Again, I think that it's just my beliefs. I think that you can do it. And I don't want to say that because I go every 6 months for skin cancer screenings. I've had that in my family. I've had that whole issue. Okay, we've talked about it. I've had more things like biopsy than you can imagine. So I get that that's a thing, okay? But I also, I think that there's benefits of being in the sun. I think that a lot of the things that a lot of people are so into, that are just hardcore like skincare, quote, experts that say, never get in the sun, wear a hat, do this, do that, sun is the devil. But then they get all of these, they wear retinols every day. They swear by retinols, AHAs, all of these things. If you wear a hat, I mean, if you're in a house with a window, that's causing so much damage with the sensitive things that you're putting on your skin. AHAs make your skin extremely sun sensitive. So it's like, well, then what are we counteracting here? Do you know what I'm saying? It's just, is there a right way? Is there a wrong way? Or are you just never supposed to get out in the sun? So I'm not here to ask people to tell me what to do. I'm just telling you what works for me and what I personally like to do. I like to be in the sun. I don't like to bake myself or do any of that. But my point is, when I do get a taste of that first tan, I do kind of like to then deepen it with something, or you know what I'm saying? But my point is, like, if I start totally pale, right, no sun exposure, I'm fine going all year with nothing. Is that weird to say? It's not like I need to have a self tan or do that to put color on me if I feel like I need it. It's just kind of like once I start getting tan, then I'm like, okay, well, I want it to look a little better, so I'm gonna, whatever. This stuff is magic. First of all, what you use on your body is so important as far as like keeping it moisturized. You could spend the most money on the best self tan, on the best self tanner. You could get the most beautiful tan, but it's not going to matter if you don't keep your skin moisturized. So this is so funny. I was at Ulta with Olivia like a month or so ago, I don't know. And I got this. Do you guys remember this? This hemp lotion. Now this stuff has been around forever. I used to use this in high school. I like loved it so much. And got it again. God, I should have done the makeup first. Why am I doing this first? I want to get like, I don't know how I look. I don't know if I look really tired or what. I have nothing on my eyes right now. No mascara. Absolutely nothing. Keep saying that. Okay, whatever. We'll get to it. So I have some really good makeup to share. Okay, so the point is, this is amazing. I love the scent of this. Brad is obsessed with this. He's like, oh my gosh, he loves, he's like, you smell so good when you use that. So, been using that. I also use this from time to time, which y'all know I'm obsessed with this jasmine body oil. I bought like a ton of them during the Sephora sale. But those go very fast. It makes your skin look glowy. So I buy the 32 ouncer, super cheap, like solid mineral oil. Smells amazing. Sorry, not sorry. It makes my skin look good. I love it. Okay, whatever. You could say the ingredients are garbage, but I love this product. It's the Neutrogena body oil. And I get the one. I don't get the unscented one. I like that original scent. If I could get 32 ounces of this for $2, of course, I would buy that instead. This is great. I really do like the way it makes my skin look and feel. It's just an old school product and I really like it. Okay, but the best self tanner, I've used them all, is this. It's the Loving Tan. It's the 2 Hour Express and I use the shade medium. It's really cool. You have to use a mitt. I've got my old like dirty black mitt upstairs, but you can buy these Saint Tropez mitts. You can buy off-brand ones from whoever. You have to use a mitt. And I do have a video somewhere where I'm using this years and years ago where I'm showing you how to, just don't be stupid. Don't slap it down on your, you know, sorry about, here's my feet, on your ankles and just leave it there, or slap it down on your knees. Do you know what I mean? Like, start with your thigh, you know, just work it in. Get it all worked in. Lightly moisturized to start, but just work it all in. And it gives you this immediate color. So it has like a nice guide color to it. And it's a very natural like bronze color. So, and it's especially beautiful like on your chest. That's my favorite part. Is like, I just think it makes your chest look really good. So, and it not orangey at all. I guess it depends on the shade. Again, I get the one that just says medium. It just is medium. And I'll link to that. You can get it a bunch of different places, but it is so much better than the Saint Tropez. I just love it. But anyways, so that color is gonna is gonna be there, right? And it's gonna develop fully after 2 hours. So you can sleep with that on, with the guide color, whatever. I like to shower it off before bed. 2 hours later, at least, you wait at least 2 hours, and then when you shower it off, you see the guide color go down the drain, and but it really does work. The melasma and all of that, before I get into this, I really want to do my makeup. I'm going to show you guys. I feel like we just have too much. I should have done this down here. I should have done it upstairs. I've got like my stuff in a legit laundry basket, but sometimes I just think it's easier down here with the light. I think the lighting down here is better than it is upstairs in that room. Talked about like my melasma stuff. Melasma is basically, it's not dangerous, but it's just something that can come out. Really kind of affects women more than men, I believe, from what I've read. Can be brought on by hormones. You hear a lot of women call it the mask of pregnancy. My mom, I know, used to have it like on her neck sometimes. A lot of women get it like around this area. Thank goodness I don't have any around my mustache area, but mine is in, and of course, like I have foundation on right now. Not really thick or anything, so you might still be able to see a little shadow. Mine's in a triangle right here. The darkness is here. And then it kind of wraps around my eyebrows and then looks truly like a raccoon mask right here sometimes. Like my under eye area is really white, you know, really light, and then it's just this darkness right here on my cheeks. And then I have a faint little bit of it that starts here and then around my chin. And a little stripe of it here. Okay, whatever. But hormones can tend to bring it out. If you've been on birth control for many years, even if it was decades ago, you can get melasma later in life. Pregnancy hormones can cause it to pop up, you know, a couple years after pregnancy. People say, you know, the sun really brings it out, but there's years where I have tanned excessively or been out in the sun a lot and it doesn't pop up. If I use retinols or certain harsher products, it really pops out. For years, I had been really loyal to this. You guys remember talking about this every morning for probably, my gosh, 8-9 years. This Clinique even better, the SPF 20. It's great because it has SPF. It works as a great, just basic moisturizer, SPF, primer. You don't have to use a million things, but it has a skin tone correcting ingredient. So I feel that it kept it probably at bay, and I just didn't even realize it. And then you guys, do you remember me talking about this maybe like 8 months ago, 9 months ago, I don't even know. I kind of fell into that fear, and I still want to be smart about products and stuff. Although I'm not the ingredient police, clearly, as you can see, things that I use. I just like to use what works. I'm not an all or nothing kind of person, but it was interesting, alarming, I guess would be a better word, when the FDA finally, made some statements about certain sunscreen ingredients, that they're dangerous, that they can actually cause some bad things. And I thought, well, I'm not going to use that then. You know what I mean? Like, I get really offended easily about these things. And, everybody says, like, sunscreen's great, but then, like, now they're saying, what's to believe? I don't know, okay? There's certain kinds better than others. I get it. But I just stopped using this. And then after that's kind of when it got really bad, like when I really started noticing it a lot. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to go back to this, whatever, taking my chances. But I ended up getting the lotion, or the moisturizer, which I've always really loved. And then I got this one too, which is the lotion. It's the same product. It's just this one's a little thinner. That's what I've been using lately. But this is the product that I got to specifically treat my melasma. I had to go to the doctor's office to buy this. It is the Scientist Cispera, specifically for melasma. This stuff smells like sulfur mixed with a bad perm. Worst smelling product on earth. But I like it because you put it on dirty skin. So think, first thing in the morning, you wake up, don't rinse your face, don't do anything. You just kind of, that oil or whatever's on your skin from the night before kind of creates a barrier so that this isn't so intense. It's what it's supposed to do. And you put it on, stinks to high heaven, great for first thing in the morning, right? You put it on and you wait 15 minutes, then you shower, wash off, whatever. So during that time, I make my breakfast, I make my smoothie, I do whatever. But the idea is that over time it's gonna gradually, get rid of that. And the befores and afters are pretty insane with this. And all the people at the office really raved about that stuff. So the smell is almost too much for me to take. But then after you wash it off, you don't smell it the rest of the day. You can use any other product with it. It's not like the hydroquinone stuff that I used to use years ago that you couldn't mix with certain things and that layered and took the place of something. Do you know what I'm saying? I like that because you can just use anything with it. Okay. And then I got this too. This is something that Jen had when we were on vacation. It's by the Obagi, the Zoe Skin Health by Obagi sunscreen and primer. It's slightly tinted, SPF 30. And I've been putting this after my moisturizer right under my makeup, and I really do love that. Okay, so this is the product that I kind of held off on because I was like, I really want to show it, but even more so I want to use it. So I saw this on Kristen Cavallari's Instagram a while back. It's the Gold Lust eyeshadow palette, Bonbon, Safari, Bougie, and Viola. It's the colors. All cream eyeshadows. There's this one's kind of like they have a little bit of a sheen to them. This last dark color has a lot of heavy flecky shimmer. This one's but the rest of them are just more like a light frosted color, like a satiny frost, not glittery. So what I do, and I've been using this brush, I love this. I've pared down my makeup brushes, I've simplified, and I just really love this one. It's literally called the Cream Eyeshadow Brush, and I will link to that. I start with the lightest color, and I mean, you can use your fingers too. This is all I brought on the trip, on both trips with Jen and to the beach. And I would just dab my finger in it and just do a little light wash. And it's just so beautiful. And then this is my favorite right here. This second color, it's kind of like a perfect crease color. And sometimes this is the one that I just put all over. But I like that first color kind of like a base. Do you know what I mean? So that nothing kind of picks up too much. Sorry if you guys hear that. I don't know if you can. My neighbor, there's some stump grinding going on outside. Just apologize. And then Like I'm just like immune to it at this point, so I didn't even mention at the beginning of the video. I just do it on both sides, right in the crease for that second color. And it's just like the most perfect shimmer. Like I don't love a shimmer usually, but this one is just so beautiful. Ah, so pretty. And then this last, or second to last, this is kind of like a honey color. I don't always use this one, but it is kind of pretty, just right in the middle, or you could use this one on the crease if you wanted a little more, you know, a little more color. And then here's the thing. So I was using this brush for that last color too, but then I started noticing all the colors had that harsh, like, not harsh, but they had that real flecky shimmer, and it was just transferring this to all of them. And I like these three did not have that. So if I use that other color, I've been using this brush, and this is a great one. It's the Chanel eyeshadow blender, and it's soft, yet it's very dense. And then I just kind of get that into that little darkest color, and I put it right on the outer part. And this is so pretty. You can even, when we were at the beach, I took this color, the really dark, or like the shimmery one, and I put it all over my eyelid. That was really pretty too. But I think it is just a pretty like little accent just in the outer corner, as you would like with a regular, like, you know, like the darkest shadow in a palette or something. But it is very, that color, very, very shimmery. And I just love these colors so much. Oh my gosh. And then I have been, I'm just gonna blend around. I have been so into this lately because it's just no fuss. Like this right here is probably like the most fussy it gets, like when I use all the colors. But it's just so easy. Like I said, you can just use your finger. My favorite thing to do is just that second color and just do like a quick little thing. And then I'll do my liner really quickly. This is the Revitalash. I love this liner so much. I have the gray and the black. This is the black. And I just put it right at my lash line. And then I take this is a brush by Makeup Forever. And it's just a little smudger. I'll link to it. I really like this one better than my other smudger brushes I've ever used because the tip of it is a little more slick. It's not like hairy bristles that can get too fluffy over time. But it's a very precise, but it's not sharp. I don't know. You guys know what I mean? But I've been doing this a lot just even without eyeshadow. So these nails are still kicking from the Beverly Hills trip. Can you guys believe that? So I put it on right before that trip to California, which wasn't quite 3 weeks ago, but I put the nails on 3 weeks ago. Can you guys believe that they've lasted that long? I mean, these are so good. I'll link to them. But such a good palette. And then this is also favorites worthy. So everything that I mentioned is a favorite. You guys have got to get this. I feel like, have I mentioned this in a video? I may have mentioned it in my last video because I packed it for the trip. This is so good, you guys. The Lancome, the Lash Idol Ultra Precise Waterproof Liner. I've been using that a ton. It goes with the mascara that I'm about to use. But I just brought that in there because I wanted to show you guys the liner. But I really love this mascara, you guys. Still one of the all-time best. If you guys have not tried this, I think it almost has like beat out the Chanel volume for me. I feel like it's getting closer, the stump grinding. There's one that's like closer to the house. And I feel like I'm just immune to it, so y'all are like, what is that? Is that a tractor? Like, what's happening in the background? I just don't even hear it anymore. This is the best mascara because it's very dramatic, it's very volumizing, but the formula has like a lot of conditioning ingredients, and it leaves your lashes very dramatic, but very soft. So are you guys following the Up and Vanished trial? It's happening this week, Ryan Duke's trial. I can't believe that, you guys. And I mention that because over the years here, we've talked so much about podcasts. I think I may have even like broken that down here at some point. That's such an older podcast and an older story, but it's really the one that kicked off all the true crime, you know, stuff, I feel truly, that happened after. I mean, it was just the best. It was the best one of all time. But it's finally happening this week. The trial began. And so are you guys like, and did you guys know about that? Are you watching that? Are you following that, I guess I should say? What do you think? They're doing trial updates on the actual podcast for Up and Vanished. Brad and I really broke it down this week on our podcast and gave our theories. I truly still believe, I mean, of course, everybody believes their own theory, but I have a theory, and it's like not one that really, I don't know, like I haven't heard people say it exactly, but it makes sense. I truly believe that's what happened. We broke it all down this week, so if you guys want to see that. Okay, this is something I've been loving. So cream products I have been all about. Now, for years, I have been using the Chanel Bronze Universal, and this is going to maybe break a few hearts and possibly be like, I told you so, Tiffany. So one of you guys really got in my head recently. You said, hate that you use that product or something, because like, how can you use that or whatever? It's whenever I mention that I break out here and there, which usually my breakouts are like here, probably hormonal, probably like food, I don't know. Dairy, eggs, could be a lot of different things. But as far as like my skin goes, it's not like cloggy and this and that, because I feel like I do use good products. But one of you guys was like, you know, if you're breaking out, it's the coconut oil that's in the new formula of the Bronze Universal, which is the product I bought for years. It's the Chanel, you know, kind of like the balmy, you know, like bronzer. And like a cream to powder bronzer. Love that product so much. And I have never ever broken out on my cheeks. And occasionally over the last couple years, I have noticed like I'll get maybe one here, maybe one there. And it takes a long time for that pigmentation to go down. So when I don't have any makeup on, even if I don't have any breakouts, I still have a few spots here. So I'm like, maybe it is that. And I answered you back, and I was like, well, no, because I break out here. Like, this is where I break out, and I don't use the bronzer there. I don't break out here, but maybe I'm just not oily there, so it's not clogging my pores as much there. But I did have some stuff going on here, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to stop using that. And I haven't used it for a little while, and I haven't had anything pop up, and my skin's look nice. But this is what I'm using instead. Now, I used to actually pair this with the Chanel, and I'm like, that was a lot. But this doesn't have any pore clogging ingredients, and you know, I've really enjoyed it. I'm gonna link you guys to a site where you can actually copy and paste the ingredients from any product and put it into this little search thing, and it will tell you if there's any like acne causing or pore clogging ingredients. So I went on one, and I put like everything that I've been using in it. Which the Cispera, the stuff for my melasma, has some questionable things in it that could maybe break you out, but I don't care. I'm just going to use it and see what happens for my melasma, because that's what I'm really trying to do here. Back to this though. This is all I've been using for bronzer lately. It's all I've been kind of taking with me places, and I love it. It has a little dropper, and I just drop it on the end of my beauty blender, and I just dab it here. I do two, like a curve here and a curve here, or you could just use it on your fingers and dot it like that. A little on the side of your nose. You can put a little on your brow bones, which I like to do that too, but this stuff is so good, and it's in the shade Glow. I love that. And I do feel like a lot of products that aren't so, if you just layer powder, you're gonna look powdery, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying creams for everything, because I do have like oily skin, but it works for me. It just you just have to have the certain products, you know what I mean? It's not all cream products are bad, not all powders are gonna be great for oily skin, do you know what I mean? But I do like a cream product, especially, I really have been enjoying that eyeshadow too. Like, I feel like it's kind of better for my eyelids, because it's not such like drying powders, do you know what I mean? I've really been enjoying that. But Cream blushes are something that I really, really love, and I recently have been back to this one. It's the Bobbi Brown Pot Rouge for lips and cheeks in pale pink. And the color itself doesn't look so pale. It actually, this would be a color that I think would read very beautifully on a lot of different skin tones. If you were more tan or darker, it would be just the glowy and beautiful. Now, I use this brush, and I've already used it today, but I just dab it barely. This stuff is so bright. And that I've already used it, like I said, I don't have so much on. But I just kind of do it like that. Just kind of in that area. Oh, yeah. And then, what I do, I haven't really done anything to my lips yet. I did do a little bit of this. I take this and just kind of do a little dab. And it gives your lips like this kind of like alive look, because a lot of times I just use a lip gloss, you know, I'll just use a little bit of a lip pencil and a lip gloss, and for a more natural look I use this color by Lancome called Natural Mauve, and it really doesn't like do anything harsh. It just kind of defines your outer lip line in the perfect like natural pink color. The Bronzelle is very similar to this, but that's what I wear on the days when like I'm gonna actually like put on a lipstick or really, you know, want like that extra, you know, dark, not dark, but definition. The sound is getting closer. Maybe you can't hear it at all in here. Okay. Stump grinders. And then I did not bring down a lip gloss, so I'll show you this. This is a favorite of mine. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Very Victoria. I brought this on the trip with me, and it was just the only lipstick. I just really love it. It's the perfect color. It's not too dark. It's not too light. Really pretty. Okay, so got through all of that. Here's what I want to talk about, a few things. Now, I've done videos on like my quote, like, I don't say health, but just things that I do to take care of myself, things that make me feel good. I feel better than ever. I feel confident. I feel, and it's not because I'm smaller. I weigh hell of a lot more than I've weighed in the past at certain times. But I posted that picture on Instagram in the bikini, and it's not because I'm like, yay, I'm fine. Someone said, wow, you've come a long way, or I'm kind of like, well, yeah, I feel confident to put this on. Anyone of any size could put on a bikini and just like show it. It's not about boobs. It's not about that. Yeah, I did have them done 5 years ago. Okay, great. But I mean, I'm not showing them off all the time. It wasn't that. It was just that, I don't know, I just felt good. And I think it's more so not even like, and I'm more curvy. I do like my curves. But I don't want to look bloated, okay? And again, that's my problem. Like that's something that I do have to watch. It could be a food sensitivity. It could be, when I eat less bread, my stomach's less bloated. Could it be gluten thing? Sure. Am I 100% gluten-free? No. Could I do better at that? Maybe. I don't know if that's even what's going to help me. But I do have a video that's fairly recent all about like how I eat and what works for my body. But one of the biggest things I can say to do is to find a probiotic that works for you. I remember the very first time I ever heard of the word probiotic was years ago when I would drink those little Dan Active things, which those aren't bad. But I'm like, I just don't want the extra, like, not even calories because they're not bad, but you know, they're just a little sugary yogurt drink. And I don't want to be buying those all the time. It's not necessarily, but I would always notice that when I would drink those, my stomach would look flatter. This was years ago when I was teeny tiny before I had Olivia, and you know, every little bit of bloating would show, which it still does. I would always kind of notice that, you know, I'd be more like regular. It does, it makes you more regular, but it works within your gut. I feel like your skin's better. It puts good bacteria in your body, and they're not all created equal. Some of them have probiotics, the pre-probiotic things, that are not as stable. This one I really like. So I had been using a pre-probiotic by Monat, which I love, and I will still use that one, like love it. But it's been out of stock for months, and I was like getting it like black market. No, I'm kidding. Like a friend of mine was like sending it to me. I'm like, I need more probiotics, you know? And finally I was just like, this is stupid. Like I can't get it, which kind of pissed me off. And I did a lot of research and I found these. These have really good reviews. I've been using these for maybe a couple weeks now. I gotta say, when I first started taking these, I noticed a big difference. Like just, maybe it was like a jolt of like a different type of probiotic, but I was like a lot more like regular. It's okay, what, TMI, but I mean, whatever. But anyways, this is interesting because it's 100% spore-based probiotics, which means it's something that, a lot of probiotics, right, you take them every day. They're not all stable, so when they actually get to your body, maybe they're not doing anything at all, but if they are, they're made to just live in your body, you know. But if you stop taking them, then you're not building up that necessarily in your body always, you know what I mean? You have to keep taking them to see results, which I am. It's not like I want to take these so that I can stop, but these are 100% spore-based, which means it's kind of planting the seeds in your body for them to always have, for you to always have this good bacteria. So it says it's 1,000 times better survivability versus Greek yogurt and leading probiotics. Farmer grade, gluten-free, dairy-free, non-GMO, vegan. You get 90 and they are not expensive. And it's the Just Thrive brand. You can get it on Amazon, and I will, I did see there was a lot of different ones. Like there were a few different ones. I will link to this. And I just feel that, I don't know, I feel like it's good. And I do notice a difference in my skin when I take probiotics regularly too, which I have for years. Quickly, I do want to talk about a few clothing items. Now, how far are we in? We're almost 40 minutes, which, I know you guys like the longer videos, and it's not that I don't. It's just that sometimes I'm like, well, should I save this for another one? Whatever, I don't know. I do have something coming up soon where I want to talk about like home stuff, but now, if you guys saw, all right, so again, I can't believe I haven't done a video since the trip. I have so much to talk about. And I think what it is like we've done two podcasts since then, because we never skip a podcast. But so I feel like I've talked about it, but I just haven't talked about it here. Oh my gosh, you guys, you have to, if you don't listen to podcasts, you have to, because there's just so much there. But you guys saw on Instagram that we were in these PJs on. Jen bought us these. I was like, you're nuts. Like, I'm so excited. I mean, but she got us 2 sets of PJs. So first, and it was a sizing thing. Like she got us for some to begin with, and she was like, well, I don't know. Maybe we'll just get the shirts, which this is the sleep shirt, the long one. But then there's one that's a top and pants. It's the same print. And it's that famous like Martinique, like, you know, the Beverly Hills Hotel wallpaper, which I just splurged, major splurge, and ordered the actual Martinique, like legit, like unpasted wallpaper, like legit stuff for a room in our house. And I'm gonna do it, so I'm excited. I'll keep you updated, but it kind of looks like this. Anyways, if you guys can get your hands on these, get them. They go in and out of stock. I found a place that has them in pretty much all the sizes. Sometimes you find them like on Nordstrom and it'll just be like one size, or it'll say like one left in each size. You know they don't have many. So and they get softer and softer. When I first got them, they're a little hard when you first, but they're that material that just gets softer and softer. I've worn mine so much. And I took this to the beach too. This is all I wore to the beach. So anyways, I have a medium in the sleep shirt, which is nice. And that's usually the size I would think for a sleep outfit, a medium or a large if I want to be like really comfy, whatever. But then the other set, the top and the pants like that, are an extra large because that's the only size we could get, but they fit just fine. So don't be like, okay, they don't have the medium that I need, but they have a large and extra large. You'll probably be just fine with the large and the extra large too. So I got those. And then something I want to say, so we talked about, on the podcast this week, we talked a lot about like the whole, I don't know, the whole vibe of the trip, the packing, this and that, everything. A lot of like personal stories, a lot of things that kind of like from when I was a kid, I don't know. And I just told myself this trip, I am not going to pack our life. There's been those trips where Livy was a baby and we popped the back of the car and we're like, why did we bring all this? How are we now going to get this in? Do you know what I mean? And so I told myself I was just going to do one bag just for like my own sanity, and also we've done this a lot of trips in the past, like when we go, what is this saying? Okay, I don't know what this camera's doing. Like Disney or whatever. I mean, you don't be full of like a whole bunch of luggage, and I usually just try to pack us, especially like if we do like a full week somewhere, just in maybe just 2 suitcases for all of us. And this trip, right, like 2 suitcases total, I got all of our stuff, granted we were there for only 5 days, into just 1 suitcase, like all of our clothes, everything. And it wasn't even hard. Like when I was laying out the stuff, I thought there's no way. And then when I got it in the suitcase, I even had room for like our toiletries, and I packed like a robe, like other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't hard. But I'll be honest, like I like to plan outfits. You know, you never want to be like underprepared. That's the thing. We always end up packing too much, and you get home and you haven't even worn half of your stuff. And I told myself, like, I'm just going to pack things that I know I'm going to wear, and there's things that I wear more than once, as we do. Pack a good, you know, just a good sweatshirt, good jammies. Like I showed you guys what I packed before. So you have a sweatshirt. I'm going to show you the few things that I brought that was like really good. But this sweatshirt is so nice, you guys. I love the cut of it because it's just slightly longer. Like these are my favorite jean shorts, but I also like to wear this sweatshirt with like a pair of bike shorts, which I'll link to my favorite ones. But you can't even hardly know you're going to say like it's the color. It's just almost, it's not like a really bold print because it's such a bright yellow that like there's pink on it too that you can barely see. And I know some people, like even in person, I remember someone was with me the other day and they were like, oh my gosh, I never even noticed the back. It's such like a pink that's almost just close to this color that says like 100% organic. It's super cute. But this is California Fresh, L&M, so sweet. I love this color. So, you know, I always like to pack like a good sweatshirt. But I packed 1 pair of earrings, really for both trips. These hoops, these exact ones, I will link to the exact size that I use or that I like. This is a dress, you guys. I think I posted it on, you could see it in the photo of all of us, but then I posted like a full look in my LTK where I was with Olivia. And this is the one that I wore, I think a year ago when we went to the beach. I had it in pink and also in gray, and I'm telling you, they have it in black. I really want to get a black one. This is the best dress. You just roll it up. It's so packable, but it's also just a must-have to have. It has like just a little slit. Comes right to about your calf. But it's such a flattering dress because it has all this ruching on the side, which makes it very friendly to like, you don't need to wear Spanx. You don't need to worry if you've got a belly or anything. Who cares? Wear whatever you like. I'm all about just wear it, you know. But it's just such a good flattering fit, and I love how the material lays. It has like a lot of, you know, crinkles because of the ruching, which is nice. But I love this color, and I wear a medium in those. I will link to that. This kind of surprised me because I wore it, you guys, this is like pretty much all I brought. I wore this a shameful amount of times on the trip. Now, this I bought years ago, and it's a jumpsuit, okay? And it is like, has like the little like shirring, whatever. But then, so you pull it up, but then you tie this tie. And it's so cute. And so for years, like, I think when I first got it, I may have linked to it, but, you know, there's times when I've worn it. Even, I remember I wore it to the beach last year, and I couldn't link it because they don't have it anymore. I found it again, but it's in a different color. That was like a week ago. So I really hope they still have it, and if they do, I'll link to it because I might even get it in that color because that is one of my favorite things. Like, any trip that comes up, I'm like, I just want to pack that and wear it every day. I know that sounds crazy, but I just love it. And then this, I showed this in my last Walmart video. It's a BCBG dress. If you guys aren't watching those and you're not buying these, I mean, I don't even know what to tell you. I just, it's so good. This is such a nice dress, you guys. It's BCBG. They sell that whole line at Walmart. But I just really loved this. I think I did post a photo in this when we were on the beach that night after dinner. And I had it on just with like a denim jacket, but this is such a flattering fit. It's such like a light kind of stretchy, cool fabric. And I believe it came in other colors, but the black is so good. And then I need to do an outfit wearing this because I don't think I've ever posted a picture of this. I love this dress. These come in so many different colors, but this blue is just one of my favorite blues. And it's just stretchy dress, you know, so cute. And then it comes to about like mid-calf. But they come in so many beautiful colors. I don't know, I just really love that dress. And I'm impressed with all the variety. It's one of those dresses for like, you know, I find it or whatever, like just save the link to it, and I find it in the blue, and then I will go back, and then the blue they won't have, but it'll just be a million other colors that are like just as beautiful. Like all the colors that they have in that dress is just so pretty. We'll end it with a bag. I brought this bag to the LA trip that I took. I told about this in that video. If you guys missed my last video where I was in my room at the Beverly Hills Hotel, I gave you guys a little room tour, revealed my new Kelly bag, and kind of talked about some different things. I like to carry a tote, although I don't think I'll ever carry this on a plane again because I just don't want to mess it up, and it was a little much, like shoving it under seats and stuff. It's just not probably the best thing to do. I had my eye on something different that I want to get for, like, you know, for travel and stuff. But I love this bag so much. And when I got back from that trip, of course, you know, I'm not carrying the Kelly every day. My bags are still kind of stored away when we are on trips and stuff. I mean, we do that with a lot of our things, but they, you know, they're not in my closet. So I haven't seen my bags in like a long time. I need to get them out. So because of that, because I had nothing else, I've been carrying this. And I just rolled right into the next trip. I stored the Kelly, and I just rolled right into the beach trip with this and thought I'll carry this everywhere. Of course, I carried like this, you know, a nice bag for the beach because I'm not plopping this on the beach or around the pool. Just like a plastic like bag. It looked like a cooler bag, you know, because whatever. But something that's good about this, because I did not store this bag. This was like still in my closet. And I thought to myself, like, you know, what if we go out? What if, sometimes, like, you know, if you're out doing whatever, you're playing putt with your kid, or you've got a little bit of sun, I don't want to be carrying this big bag around all the time. Thought sometimes I might just want to stick my stuff in this. And if you're at the beach and you're going to be like, you know, you're at a resort and you're going to be around the pool with a beach bag, and you don't want to carry like your nice purse, but you might need a few things. You might need your ID. You might need, you know, a pouch with your phone in it. This was nice because I could just transfer this from bag to bag, and then I ended up just carrying this a lot of the time. It does have a strap, but I left the strap at home. But this MCM bag, or just any kind of little clutch like this, such a must-have. And now I'm like, gosh, like I'm looking at other brands, and I'm like, I might want to buy like a little Louis one or a little Louis Vuitton or something that's shaped like this. But then I'm like, I really do like this one. Brad and Libby thinks it says mom. It's an MCM bag, but now that's all I see when I see this print. I just think it's a mom print. Brad was like, Tiffany, I thought, honestly, when I saw that for years, it was some like brand that was like a knockoff brand that said mom, like some kitschy little like mom bag. I'm like, okay, never want to carry this again, but also just kidding, because it's like my favorite. We get it, okay? Don't care. But it was a little nice bag to have. And if you watch religiously my Nordstrom anniversary sale videos, and you watched that first one, and you got, this was one of the things that really went fast last year. This was, I think, like a $1,200 bag or something, and I think it was like 400, something crazy. I don't even know. But I'm so happy to finally like be busting this bag out, and I've really been enjoying that. So I do want to do some more handbag videos. I did think about comparing my Kellys. I thought about doing an Hermes video. I thought about what's the vibe. I don't know what you guys want to see as far as handbags are concerned, so let me know. I do want to do a Q&A coming up soon as well, although I feel like I should have mentioned that at the top of the video, so that you can give me your questions. But maybe we'll I'll have you ask questions in the next one. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But you guys, I really did have a good time in this one. Thank you for watching. Right below, if you've made it this far, thank you. You're the people that I want to hear from. Let me know what you want to see as far as handbag videos go. Anything specific, any specific reviews, anything like that, because I'm kind of itching to do some of those soon. But anyways, you guys, love you so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.